Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cook Stuff. This week I decided that I've been eating way too much junk food lately. A bunch of stuff I brought back from the US mostly. And honestly, I could stand to lose a few pounds. So instead of doing a lovely meat and vegetables dish like I often do, this week we're going to cut it back. We're going to make ourselves a nice soup and have a little vegetable on the side. Anyway, let's take a look at the ingredients and see what we're working with. Here are the ingredients for tonight's dish. So we have some of these peperoncino pasta cubes, which are basically like bouillon. We have some Hokkaido onion soup packets. We have some actual chicken consomme bouillon, some sathon, and a little bit of celery salt. As for our side, we have some frozen broccoli. All right, let's get this frozen broccoli into the slow cooker first. So we're going to put a little bit of this adobo into the crockery. There we go. Dump this entire bag of frozen broccoli in there. That's a lot. Right. And then I'm going to put in a bunch more adobo. There we go. The other thing we're going to put in is a bunch of this wasabi salt. I do like wasabi salt. Right? And it's a pretty mild flavor, but I'd like this to be strong, so we're going to put in lots of it. All right, that should be enough of that. The internet says to put it in for about an hour and a half. That sounds good to me. For our soup, we're going to make a very flavorful broth here. So we're going to start with a couple of these spicy pasta cubes. As well as 3 cubes of chicken consomme bouillon. I'm going to crush these up down in here. All right, that should help. Also going to put in a couple of sachets of this onion soup. Put in a packet of this saffron. And some celery salt. Finally, to thicken the soup up a little bit, we're going to put in some instant mashed potatoes to start with here. All right. Next, we'll put in some water. We'll start with 5 cups here. All right, I can really smell that. We're going to put in 1 more cup, make a nice even 6. There we go. All right. Turn on the heat. Put that on maximum. And cover it up. Well, this is boiling now, so we're going to go ahead and turn it down a little bit. We're also going to add a pair of bay leaves. And we are going to cook this for a very long time. So I checked the broccoli after an hour and a half, and it was not done. However, it's been 2.5 hours, and I think we're going to go ahead and take it off the heat here. All right, as you can see, it seems to be done. Let's go ahead and grab our soup, which has been pretty much cooking this entire time. It has reduced greatly. There's actually not a whole lot left in here. I also added a little bit more mashed potatoes to thicken it up, and I think it's ready. Let's have a little taste here just to make sure. Right. Oh, that tastes pretty good. All right, go ahead and turn this off, put it in a container, and have a little bit of dinner. That's a little bit of soup, a little bit of broccoli. Let's try them out. All right, moment of truth. I have here some incredibly flavorful and concentrated soup, as well as my side dish of some broccoli florets that I slow cooked with some wasabi salt. All right, so first of all, oh man, that is really very aromatic. All right, so we're gonna get ourselves a little spoonful of this. It's still pretty hot, but yeah, this was originally 6 cups of water. Granted, this is not all the soup, but yeah, I think I reduced it pretty well. All right, let's give it a try. See how it tastes. Ooh, ooh, that is nice. Ooh, man, that is just packed with flavor. It's a little spicy too because of those pepperoncino pasta cubes, but between the onion soup and the chicken consomme bouillon, it's very flavorful and extremely salty, but that's kind of okay. That's sort of the point. All right, let's try some of this broccoli here. All right, this was in there for about 2.5 hours. You know, honestly, 2.5 hours seems to have done it. These are still a bit crunchy. Yeah, I like these, and I can taste the wasabi salt in them, but it's not too strong. But technically speaking, the main dish is this flavorful broth here. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's a little concentrated, but with the powdered mashed potatoes I put in there, it actually has thickened it up a little bit, so it's not too thin. Oh yeah. So basically, the idea behind tonight's dish was I wanted something low calorie with no meat that was fairly easy to make. And honestly, putting together some soup and some broccoli, I think I did the trick. Now, as for substitutions, anytime I make any of these multi-seasoning soups, it's really just me throwing in to see what tastes good. So if you don't have things that I have, put something else in, it'll probably be fine, all right? And as for calories, I mean, almost all of this is just seasonings. Not a lot of calories in those. And broccoli doesn't have a lot of calories. So yeah, not a whole lot of calories. However, the sodium content will be extremely high. So be careful of that. I've got a little bit of this left in the glass, a few of these left on my plate, and plenty of them left back there. So I can have this again anytime I like. Anyway, as always, appreciate you guys stopping in. And we'll see you in the next video. Man.